For a national Kroger boycott, civil rights leader Jesse Jackson brought his fight to the corporation's front porch right here in Cincinnati, of course. He says the closing of stores like the Walnut Hills location is creating food deserts in poorer neighborhoods. WCPO reporter Dan Monk talked with Kroger's Director of Corporate Affairs, Keith Daly, to get his response.
You know, I think when the food desert conversation comes up, it is really a way to think about the underlying problem, which is food insecurity. And food insecurity is an issue that Kroger has worked to address since our inception 135 years ago. Here in Cincinnati, just within the last year, we've donated almost 10 million meals to feed hungry families in our community. We do that through our partnership with the Free Store Food Bank. Nationally, we donate about 300 million meals a year through food and funds to feed hungry families. And it's also why we've just recently undertaken Kroger's biggest social impact initiative ever, which is called Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. And Zero Hunger, Zero Waste is our moonshot vision for a country that has no food insecurity and for a business that has zero waste, including zero food waste. We're trying to address what we see as a fundamental absurdity in the food system in the United States, which is that 40% of the food produced in our country today finds its way to a landfill. It goes to waste every year. And yet 1 in 8 Americans go to bed hungry every night. 1 in 6 children in this country go to bed hungry every night. Those facts, we believe, are patently absurd. And we think as a large grocery retailer, we have the opportunity to uniquely address that problem.
That's a laudable goal, but having access to food through a food pantry is different than having a neighborhood store that sells fresh produce. So I'm going to ask you again, did Kroger create a food desert by closing the Walnut Hills store?
There's no doubt that anytime we close a store location, it's difficult for the community that that store had previously served. When we have to make that hard choice to close a store, we always do it in a way that respects the community and respects our associates. Here in Walnut Hills, we made sure that every store associate at the Walnut Hills location had an opportunity to find employment in another Kroger. I'm proud to say that not one job was lost as a result of that.
So if you want to read more about Dan Monk's conversation with Keith Daly and Reverend Jackson's message today, please head on over to WCPO.com.